What is up guys, my name is Chase, and do you guys remember the Year of Luigi? The Year of Luigi was originally announced in a February 2013 Nintendo Direct. It was declared that 2013 would be celebrating 30 years since Luigi first appeared. Granted, there's been some debate whether or not that is true, but I'll just believe Mr. Miyamoto. In this February 2013 Nintendo Direct, we got some new game announcements all relating to ya boy Luigi, including Mario and Luigi Dream Team, and new Super Luigi U. Plus, we got more info on the upcoming game Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I don't know if I should be proud or depressed that I had first-hand experience of living through the Year of Luigi. Because the Year of Luigi came around during a time when we were kind of starving for new experiences on Nintendo's latest console, the Wii U. But now that it's been 10 years and the trauma has kind of subsided, let's look back at the Year of Luigi. So I started out my Year of Luigi with Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on March 24th, 2013. I have a complicated relationship with Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. First off, back when the game was revealed at E3 2011, I had really mixed emotions about this. On one hand, I absolutely love the original Luigi's Mansion game on the GameCube. That was like one of my childhood games, and I would honestly consider it to be one of my top favorite Nintendo games. So of course, when a sequel to Luigi's Mansion was announced, 11 years after the original game came out, my hype levels were through the roof. But there was one major catch with Luigi's Mansion 2 when it was first revealed, which was that it was going to be on the Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo's handheld system at the time and the follow-up to the Nintendo DS. At the time, I knew that, frankly, there were going to be some corners cut for this game since it was running on a handheld. And once I actually got my hands on this game and played it for the first time, I honestly did feel like I was right in some of my initial concerns. For one thing, the graphics of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon are a bit rough. They obviously had to optimize the graphics to work on the 3DS's terrible screen, but also Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon adopted this new art style. And nowadays, I do honestly feel like they kind of refined it in Luigi's Mansion 3, but at the time when we only had Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and the original Luigi's Mansion, I feel like the original game captures the vibe and essence of Luigi's Mansion perfectly. In Dark Moon, the ghosts, I can't really explain other than just saying it feels very Fisher-Pricey. They look like quite generic shapes, and they almost look kind of comedic in the way that they're presented. And I guess comedic is the best way I can sum up this game. It seems like Nintendo was just trying to make it sort of funny about how Luigi has these characteristics of being very scared of everything, you know, compared to his older brother Mario. Whereas in the original Luigi's Mansion game, that did genuinely have a few like scary feeling moments. Now, not only did they change the graphics in this game, they also changed the way that gameplay works. This time around, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon focuses on multiple mansions, and as you go through these different mansions, they incorporate a mission style of gameplay. I feel like because this game was made for a handheld, they expected people to like complete one mission in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and then set the game down, come back to it on another day and then do the next mission. Which in my opinion, I don't think that works as well as the original Luigi's Mansion game, where that almost had like a more adventure style of gameplay. You just kind of explore the mansion and you know, you unlock different things along the way. This time around, it feels like very linear. So overall, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, it's a fun game. Like, I definitely had a fun time when I first played it. It's just that after 11 years since the original game, I wish they could have made a game that lives up to the original. And what's funny about this game is that while they did release it to technically celebrate the Year of Luigi, I feel like this game roasts Luigi more than pretty much any other game, which I feel like is the case with all of the Luigi's Mansion games. It's just supposed to be like funny and we point and laugh at Luigi for being like really scared and cowardly. But I don't know, man, on Luigi's birthday, it feels weird that we're just laughing at him. Then Nintendo released new Super Luigi U for the Wii U. Listen, I know everybody has their issues with the new Super Mario Bros. Series as a whole. They were releasing so many of these new Super Mario Bros. Games that they started to feel very samey. They didn't like completely invent the wheel every time, which made for a pretty repetitive experience. But I am an absolute sucker for 2D Mario. I've said this many times, but they literally could just re-release the same 2D Mario game, and I would honestly play it. Like, I just love 2D Mario for some reason. So when it was announced that there would would be DLC for New Super Mario Bros. U, with a focus on Luigi and his controls from Super Mario Bros. 2. I thought that was super exciting and interesting. The idea behind New Super Luigi U is that Nintendo went and redid every single level from the original New Super Mario Bros. U game, and they built these levels around the way that Luigi controls, which is that Luigi is faster than Mario, he can jump higher than Mario, however his controls are a little bit more slippery. So the levels start you out with only 100 seconds. You're basically expected to speedrun these levels since you have this new faster control. And I'm happy to say that I am the proud owner of a physical copy of New Super Luigi U on the Wii U. They released the digital version of New Super Luigi U early on the Wii U, and you had to wait about 2 months until they released it physically. So let me tell you, June through August 2013, I was absolutely struggling while I waited for my physical copy of New Super Luigi U. But overall, I think New Super Luigi U is a pretty fun 2D side-scroller experience. It added some much-needed challenge to the New Super Mario Bros. Games. And hey, this is finally a game where Luigi can literally just say, "Screw you, Mario, we're not brothers." One of the best games on the Wii U, in my opinion, was Super Mario 3D World, which was released November 22nd, 2013. So at this point, I think we all are familiar with Super Mario 3D World. It got re-released on the Nintendo Switch, so finally more than just the 5 Wii U owners around the world could actually experience this game. In fact, I have a whole review video talking about Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury if you want to go check that out. But in my opinion, it seemed like Nintendo already had Super Mario 3D World coming out on the Wii U, and then they made the whole Year of Luigi and they were like, oh shoot, how do we make a Mario game feel more like a Year of Luigi game? So they added in a bunch of like random little Luigi references. In a lot of the levels, you'll find some like secret Luigis hidden throughout them, whether it's like a pixel Luigi hiding in the background or something, which I guess is cute and all for the Year of Luigi. But playing this game today, I imagine most normal people don't understand why there are just random Luigi references throughout the levels. They also added Luigi Bros to this game, which is just a modified version of the original Mario Bros game, but now you can play as 2 Luigis. So I mean, I guess it's cute, but it's pretty weird that they put this in Super Mario 3D World. And Nintendo decided to cap off 2013 with Dr. Luigi on December 31st, 2013. I imagine most people probably spent their 2013 New Year's Eve celebrating with family and friends, or maybe watching the New York City New Year's Eve show. But not me, I was playing Dr. Luigi on my Wii U. So Dr. Luigi is like, I feel like the very bare minimum they could have done to celebrate the Year of Luigi. It basically just takes Dr. Mario and slaps some Luigi onto it. You can play the classic Dr. Mario gameplay, however there's this new Operation L game mode, which basically just adds L-shaped pills to the game. Yeah, it's a revolutionary feature. Personally, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Dr. Mario person. I don't know why, but I find Tetris to be more satisfying and more fun to play than Dr. Mario. I mean, not to say that Dr. Mario is a bad game or anything, obviously, but when it comes to these puzzle type games, honestly, Dr. Mario usually isn't my go-to. So for me, I just wanted to support my boy Luigi, so I ended up getting Dr. Luigi on my Wii U. So after Nintendo did all of this for the Year of Luigi, it had to have been a success, right? In 2013, Nintendo ended up losing $457 million. I think 2013 was a reality check where we realized that the Wii U was not going to be this huge success. And it's really funny to look back at this year as the Year of Luigi. I think this was like a fun little marketing thing that Nintendo tried to get people excited about their products. But I think there's a reason why we're not celebrating 40 years of Luigi in 2023. But that was a look back at the Year of Luigi and the trauma that came with it. And keep in mind that this is only the stuff that I actually experienced. There were obviously other Year of Luigi things that I just did not get to experience myself. Let me know in the comments if you guys remember the Year of Luigi, and maybe we can have like a little support group. If you want to watch my giant video about the life of the Wii U, check it out below. For now, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chase, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.